So this is the best chocolate chip cookie recipe that I've ever tried. I got it from the internet from this website called Scientifically Sweet. I tweaked it slightly. You'll see if you compare the recipes. I'll try to tell you what I'm using as I'm using it. One of the most important parts of this recipe is, of course, the browning of the butter. So first you start by browning 10 tablespoons of butter on medium-low heat. And make sure you stir it every so often or it will get little specks of brown, like too many specks of brown. And then I left that resting for about 20 minutes. In the meantime, I gathered my flour. It's a cup and a half of flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. So I have 1/4, so I use three. Then half a teaspoon of salt. And this is very important because I didn't have salted butter, so I have to put a half a teaspoon of salt. Then a third of a cup of light brown sugar, and then a half a cup of regular sugar, one egg at room temperature, and I added oat milk, about a tablespoon of oat milk. And then I should have added the vanilla to that, but I forgot, so I'll add it later. So then to the bowl with the butter, I added the sugar mixture and the egg mixture. Then I added half of the flour mixture. And here I added the vanilla that I forgot earlier. I mixed in half the flour mixture, make sure that it was semi-combined before adding the rest of the flour. And then I combined that. I added these dark chocolate chip. I don't like that many chocolate chips in my chocolate chip cookies. I like it to be a good balance. So I add about maybe 2/3 of a cup of chocolate chips. I added a little more. Then, of course, I always have to taste my batter. I know it's not good for you, but I always do it, and I have survived so far, so don't do it if you don't want to. And then I made another batch because my husband and my daughter do not like chocolate chips. I know, so I have to make chocolate chip cookies for them with no chocolate chips. So basically, it's just the cookie. But these came out so good. They're crispy on the edges and chewy on the inside. The dark chocolate is rich but not too sweet. Highly recommend.